Hello once again, my people, and welcome to yet another Q2 level. This time around, we're checking out Dusk2Dawn. I'm not sure why on earth they call it that, but yeah, it's basically yet another multiplayer level. After we did the single player level last time, Nuclear Hell, yeah, that one's basically a weird in-betweener of some multiplayer levels. But yeah, we're getting near the end of these multiplayers, so that is the good news. After that, we can start just marathoning a bunch of single player stuff and, be happy and whatnot. But before we get there, we have to check out Dusk2Dawn. So alright, let's load this thing up, get through it, and that way I can say I've done another level. Alright, let's see here. What's going on here? For some reason my controls were acting up there. That was very, very weird. It just, decided to, just keep going down. Yeah, I'm hit. Okay, that's weird. It's not as responsive as it used to be. This is acting up. I changed some settings around earlier. I was basically messing around with trying to optimize it better. As you see, I end up actually messing things up. And this is why you always back up your old settings. That's what I'm going to do right now, is actually try and just troubleshoot this thing quickly so we can actually, I didn't think I changed anything that would have made a difference, but this is what happens. I didn't test it fully, so that little detail evaded me. Let's see here, what would cause that? I think I didn't save it. I think full double was false. Let's try that. That probably would be it, if anything. The only thing I can think of that would really, delay it. And it's still wrong. It doesn't feel right to me. Let's see here. I'll try and change back my settings to what exactly they kind of were before. The auto lock to true. Yeah. Well, so this is what happens. I wasn't exactly thinking I'd have any problems, and so now, of course, I have problems. I shouldn't have complained about anything, but I did. And now I'm paying the price because I was a fool to have done this, and now I am paying the ultimate price. Even now, I am dealing with massive delays and waiting for things to actually work right. That seems better. It's just really if you try and spam it like that. But yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember it being like that before. This is a really weird issue, people. But yeah, I'm not really gonna worry about it. I'm just going to live with that limitation. And yeah, things are falling apart at the seams. Actually, I think one thing I had different was I think VSync was on. You know what? Let's try it with VSync on. Maybe that did something. No, that did nothing. Okay, I was just trying something. Thought maybe it would fix it. Let's switch it back, and I'm just going to go and play ahead with these buggy settings. So yeah, just gonna tap my way through it. Oh, also another thing. I don't like this game capture window I have currently. This is the wrong one. See, this is what happens. I completely set up everything. I now basically have a bunch of terrible settings. Yeah, and this is why exactly it gets a pain in the butt when trying to do anything. You know what? That could actually have done it too. Because that was more demanding because it's basically trying to record twice. Anyway, let's actually get to what we care about today, which is the level I'm trying to show off and kind of get on a massive distraction rant. But it shows you a limitation of this kind of design if you have it a bit slower. I'm not sure if I had this issue before. Maybe I did, and I just never realized it or something. It could very well be. Yeah, so we'll just go slow through this. Let's see here. What's the level I'm doing again? I think it was Dusk2Dawn. So if I tap my way through this, there we are. Dusk2Dawn. Like I said, hopefully the actual gameplay will be solid. That's what I want to see. Yeah, the gameplay looks solid. It's just the menu that's acting up. So yeah, I'm going to totally care less about it. I don't know why it's acting up right now, but it's decided to do such. You guys saw it, so that way in the future, if I have to deal with this, you know exactly kind of what I went through. The fact I tried to fix it up, but yeah, it's really kind of a non-issue at this point. Wait a minute, why am I in single player? How did I end up in single player? I could have sworn I selected multiplayer from the last. You can tell I'm messing up a lot. Let's see here. But yeah, I don't remember having to do this before. I mean, look at this. It's just basically blopping down each one. Like having trouble loading thumbnails. But yet, loading a 3D game is perfectly fine! How does that make any sense at all? Well, there we are. Okay, we spawned in the map and we have a freaking super nail gun. So yeah, this is another one of those pretty much linear corridor shooters. Yeah, it's just, with different textures that really don't see normally together. Also interesting enough, they have the vertical doorways again. It seems like at the very end they decided to get even more lazy. Instead of making a template they had been using, they just decided, let's hollow out a wall. That makes life even quicker and easier than trying to copy a template. So, yeah, they got even more lazy as they got through Q2. Hey, what did I say? They got worse and worse. Well, that's pretty much my evidence that this was getting even worse. That's Dusk2Dawn. Yeah, it seems like there's basically a powerful weapon on one on each corner and one in the middle. Doesn't seem like the formula for pretty much a lot of these levels. Yeah, it's really, really redundant. It's sad when it's this predictable, this easy, and pretty much I'm already bored out of my mind. Yeah. Welcome to Q2! God. Well, at least this is yet another level that we can basically check off this list of saying, we did it! It was terrible, it really served absolutely no purpose, no other play in the history of anything, but we did it! Yeah! I feel good about myself. And with that in mind, thank you very much all for watching and putting up with these weird lag issues. Like I said, it's probably something that's going to be plaguing us for the rest of Q2. If it wasn't just affecting the Q2 GUI, I'd actually put some effort into it. But as you just saw, gameplay-wise, Quake just worked perfectly fine. That's kind of why I didn't realize that was a problem until I started trying to move around in Q2. Because, yeah, who would think actually the Q2 menu would be that resource demanding at all? I don't even know how that makes any sense at all. How do you have a 3D game work perfectly fine, but a 2D menu suddenly crawls with trying to get through it? I'm not even sure. But here's my evidence that that's exactly what's occurring on my end. I'm not really sure what exactly to do to change that, but yeah, I'm also really kind of lazy and don't really feel like changing up after this much. It feels like something I can kind of just tolerate or whatnot, suck it up and basically get through a bunch of Q2 levels, and we won't have to worry about this HUD ever again. Like I said, that's the nice thing is that after this HUD, we don't have to worry about it anymore. And eventually, we won't have to worry about DOS spots anymore. That's one thing I'm really going to be happy of. Honestly, that's one thing I'm really happy about the choice to not really play all these sprite games again. Because, yeah, unless it's like a Doom engine game, it really, really is frustrating because DOSBots is frustrating. DOSBots is such a powerful program, has a lot of capabilities, is a great program for what it is, but it's also unstable, it seems. Either that or I just have a lot of bad luck. trying to set it up for recording with the regular SVNs. Daum has a lot of like compatibility issues or whatnot. It's like unstable all over the place. Dosbox X is only supported really on Linux. There's like a lot of like Dosbox SVNs, but they're all like have their own little random issues. So yeah, there's just no good all-in-one functional DOSBots. Even 0.74, which you'd think would be, there's so many issues with that one. Many things that aren't compatible, especially around this Quake era and like the very end of like the DOS era, because that stuff is very, very demanding, and it normally isn't intending to play 3D engine games. So yeah. With all that in mind, I think I've been rambling for long enough. Thank you very much all for watching, and I shall see you all next time.